All right, so here are the answers. Other than boxes and bullets, what are 4 other structures we find in expository text? Compare and contrast. Problem, solution, cause and effect, chronological. What is one way to tell what the structure of a text is? By looking at the transition words. How many sentences are in a summary? 4 to 6. When we move one place to the right in our number system, what happens to the place value? It decreases by a factor of 10. So it's like dividing by 10. When we go to the left, it's like multiplying by 10 or increasing by a factor of 10. What are 2 ways informational texts can be difficult? Too much information, confusing beginnings, diagrams, charts, fact overload. Did I say that? Yeah, I think there was one other one. I can't remember. What are 2 things we can do when we notice texts are getting difficult? We can reread. We can ask ourselves, what is this trying to teach us? We can try and write or talk about it. Between which 2 places is the decimal located? Always, always, always between ones and tenths. Always between ones and tenths. If you don't know that, like, you need to like do something about that. Like look that up. Look at place value. All right. Make some flashcards. Share them with other people. We should probably do that. All right. How many times more is 1,000 than 10? It's 100 times more. 10 times 10 is 100. Times 10 is 1,000. 10 times 10 is 100. How many times less is a 1/100th than a 10? It's 1,000 times less. Where should we look when trying to figure out new vocabulary word while we read in and around the word? What are the 4 levels of motivation? Fear, anger, external, internal, and love play. Why would every student of 5D have to lie to use social media? Because you are too young. Too young. And why are you too young? Remember all the stuff that we've been talking about. Don't give them all your information. Write 7.4 in word point. 7 4/10. That would be 7 4/10. Like that. Write 347 thousandths in number form. What is an informational text called that has both narrative and expository writing? Hybrid. If your informational text turns into narrative writing, what should you be on the lookout for? Characters, problem solution, setting, things like that. Motivations, traits. Which one is correct? This one is correct. 6/10 is the same as 60/100ths. Which one is correct? 2/10 is more than 14/100ths. Because 2/10 is 20/100ths. 20/100ths more than 14/100ths. Which place is the 3? That is the hundredths. Hundredths. That has to be spelled correctly. How many improper fractions are greater than 1? Every single one of them. Because that means the numerator is more than the denominator, so that's over 1. What do writers create for each character to make them more believable? A backstory. All real good fantasy is based in reality. Write down 1 unit fraction, anything with 1 in the numerator. What is the least common multiple of 4 and 8? 8, because 4 times 2 is 8, so multiples 4, 8, 12, 16, 8, 16. So the least one is 4, though. What are the 2 parts of your memory called? Working memory and long-term memory. I did accept short-term. Where does your attentional octopus live? Prefrontal cortex is the best answer. I was kind of kind with this one, depending on how close you got. How many items can we have in our working memory at the same time? 4. What are 2 of the 4 ways we went over to help yourself read intensely? Get a good book. Figure out the hard parts. Imagine you're in the book, like moving your head, and remember important things to talk about. What recurring symbol was mentioned in the final paragraph of Tiger Rising? It was the Kentucky Motel sign. Bye.